Amy Urban is now the mother of 2 young boys, but she went through a health scare with both of their births.
Yeah, her pregnancies and deliveries went smoothly, but after she left the hospital, things started to fall apart. The Fox Medical Team's Beth Galvin is here now with her story. Beth?
And Sine and Tom, in the days after Amy Urban had her son, she started experiencing these strange symptoms. She felt tired and had headaches, and her neck and upper back ached. And what she didn't realize was that her blood pressure was so high, she was in real danger.
What other games did you play?
He's 5, but Quinn Urban still feels like a gift to his mom, Amy, because for years she and her husband struggled to have a baby. And when she finally got pregnant,
I hate surprises, so I read everything I could get my hands on. And, you know, the books, they do talk about complications in pregnancy.
But Amy's pregnancy was easy. The hard part didn't come until after Quinn was born. Within a few days of coming home from the hospital, Amy started to feel tired and achy in her neck and shoulders.
I just remember I was taking a shower one night and I had to sit down. Like, it was really the worst headache of my life.
Amy's blood pressure was high, but not super high. So she and her husband waited and checked it again the next day at the grocery store. Normal blood pressure is 120/80 or lower.
We couldn't get a reading that was lower than 200/100. It was very high, and at that point, we knew something was really wrong.
At the emergency room,
I mean, they took me immediately back, checked my blood pressure, and next thing I know, I'm getting a CT scan to make sure I'm not going to have a seizure or a stroke.
Amy had postpartum preeclampsia, or dangerously high blood pressure. Northside cardiologist Dr. Lee Padoff says they typically see preeclampsia during pregnancy, but in rare cases it occurs in the days after a woman delivers her baby.
The biggest concern is whether preeclampsia will develop into eclampsia. Eclampsia includes seizure disorder, and that's a very, very life-threatening to the mom.
It was absolutely terrifying. The baby was fine, but I was really, really worried that I would not be fine. And that's the problem with preeclampsia. There is no known cure, right? It really is, let's see if this works.
Fortunately, medication did work. Amy's blood pressure dropped, and then 3 years later, she got pregnant again with Daniel.
I mean, our whole motto through the pregnancy was, let your faith be bigger than your fear.
And again, an easy pregnancy. Daniel was safely delivered.
I started to have the visual disturbances and the headaches, and then the second that my blood pressure hit that 140/90, the second it hit that threshold, I was admitted.
But this time, Amy Urban and her doctors were ready.
This time I felt like we can handle it. And I felt so monitored and protected in a way that I didn't feel the first time, that I knew nothing was going to go wrong.
And that second time around, Amy had a blood pressure cuff in her house, and she also had a team of specialists who were following her pregnancy and after her pregnancy. She no longer has to take blood pressure medication, and she wanted to share her story because she wanted to let women know that preeclampsia can happen in the days after they deliver their babies. Tom, traditionally it happens during the pregnancy, and that is something doctors really watch for and monitor women carefully because it can be dangerous to both the mother and the baby.
Yeah, and so much to think about after the birth of a child. This must have not only been overwhelming, but shocking.
And confusing.
Yeah. All right, Beth, thanks.